Hello, we are Group 9 and we would like to start our presentation about Waseda University and its campus and communication. We observed and analyzed communication in Waseda University and its campus from perspectives of brand identity, SNS use, homepage use and its comparison, and the challenge for diversity and actual campus experience from students' point of view. In this presentation, Yulong will be talking about Waseda University's brand identity with the result of the survey we took to Waseda University students as well as people outside of Waseda University. And after that, Gloria will be explaining about how Waseda tries to communicate with its students, alumni, or public in general through social media use. And also Clara and Mahiro will give our overview of observation of homepage, which oftentimes became the first communication opportunity and a place between the university and its audience. And then Yuma will be talking about how Waseda University strives to bring more diversity into campus and improve its campus situation where everyone can be comfortable with their unique backgrounds or characters. And in the end, I would like to show a short film that we took around Waseda campus to find some indications of the communications Waseda University tries to provide from a point of view of students. Before going any further, first I would like to give a quick overview of Waseda University. Waseda University was founded in 1882 by Okuma Shigenobu, who was a statesman served as a prime minister. And with its long history, Waseda has become one of the most well-known universities in Japan today. And there are more than 50,000 students study at Waseda University currently. As Waseda repeatedly states itself, Waseda campus is located in the heart of Tokyo. And even with a quick look, we can study that Waseda campus is literally placed in the center of Tokyo. And it only takes 30 minutes to get to Shinjuku Station, which by far is the world's busiest station. And to get to Tokyo Station, which functions as a symbol mark of Tokyo, it only takes 18 minutes from Waseda Station. So basically, Waseda University is a university which holds a long history but still experiences the state of arts of innovation in Tokyo. So this is a quick introduction of Waseda University's history and campus location and status in Tokyo. From next slide, each of our group members will be talking about communication from different perspectives.
So first, I'm going to talk about brand identity and how people in Waseda think and how people outside of Waseda think about this university. We did a survey and asked about 80 people and analyzed them. So first of all, we asked why students in Waseda chose this university, and there are so many kinds of answers, so we categorized them. The most common answer is because Waseda is prestigious, and here's exactly what they answered. Also, someone just said Waseda is the only university they accepted, or the location is convenient. And the third place answer is something specific, which is like it's study abroad program or English education, or someone said because Waseda is pretty famous in China. Many people also said the image and environment of Waseda attracted them. Because students in Waseda has a much higher standard than people in other places, many people expect that they can improve themselves a lot. And then there are several answers saying Waseda is international, especially in sales, and also have many international circles and communities. From here, we also asked non-Waseda students as well as Waseda students, and then compare the answers. The first question is, what is the best thing about Waseda? Although more than 45% people from Waseda said people is the best thing here in Waseda, 83% of people outside of Waseda think name brand is the best thing, and they barely chose other options. Of course, many Waseda students think name brand is the best thing of Waseda. A lot of them chose education program as food or location. On the other hand, few people for not in Waseda chose education or location, and none of them chose food and people. That is surprising because no one from outside of Waseda chose people that ranked first place among Waseda students. Also, we asked for thoughts on the campus. Unfortunately, we cannot get many kinds of answers from non-Waseda students because most of them literally answered it's either large or clean. But we got so many sorts of answers from Waseda students, like rich in nature, good visual, lots of place to study while chatting with friends, close to the station, a fine library, W space, which is a free quiet space you can use, and escalators in the buildings. Also, we found there were huge differences of students' image between Waseda students and non-Waseda students. Although many people imagine Waseda students are hardworking and serious, smart, and playful, these are maybe right, but most Waseda students rather think they are active and cheerful, diverse, and wild, not really think they are smart and diligent. We also did an interview with the professor as well. She said the reason she chose Waseda is because of its highest education and high standard. She thinks Waseda is famous and has a long history and one of the best reputations. And she said Waseda students are free-spirited, open-minded, welcoming, international, free, and friendly, which I think are really close to the answer of the Waseda students.
Next, Waseda's communication. Waseda uses multiple social media to communicate or promote their university, especially in the present with the development of technology. Most students get their information from social media websites. One of them is Instagram. Waseda has a ton of Instagram accounts. Many circles also use Instagram to get students to see the efforts of their circle and raise interest. As shown on the left screen, you can see Waseda's official websites that post useful information about the university or campus for not only Waseda students, but also students that are interested in entering Waseda. In the middle is also followed by many Waseda students for being a useful account to get information about upcoming events. ICC hosts events that help people get together and give international students the chance to learn and speak Japanese. This is a great way to show that Waseda is a safe space and very welcoming to international students. Next is Twitter. Waseda's Twitter account is the most followed comparing to their other social media accounts. Their Twitter account shows what's happening in Waseda on a day-to-day basis. As there are many Twitter users in the world and also the whole of Japan, Twitter is a great way for Waseda to communicate about its university. Waseda also has a YouTube account which gives people a chance to visually see the life of Waseda and the campus. It shows people videos about Waseda's education and the campus life. The next two applications, Weibo and Red, are Chinese applications that are very similar to Instagram and Twitter. This shows how Waseda communicates beyond borders and attracts international students, especially that most of the international students are from China. It is meaningful to give out information through applications like Weibo or Red that are only used within the country. Lastly, Waseda uses this system called My Waseda that holds all the important gateways such as grades, Moodle, where we submit our assignments, and the Waseda email, where we get information about events, internships, or exchange programs. Even though Waseda is one of the most prestigious universities in Japan and well known in the world, it is still very important for the university to communicate itself on social media in order to gain more recognition than it already has and for it to maintain its reputation.
Waseda University prides themselves to be the top private university in Japan that has an ideal exchange program for their students and other university students. Annually, Waseda sends about thousands of students abroad and receives thousands of students into Japan. This is in line with their vision to nurture global leaders through overseas exchange. Therefore, aside from sending students abroad with a huge emphasis on the pursuit for internationalization, it is crucial that Waseda ensures their communication would reach out to students from overseas university to entice them to spend their exchange with Waseda. Now let's take a look at the communication that exchange students would be engaging before applying to Waseda. The exchange brochure requires a few clicks to navigate to the exchange program brochure. The exchange program brochure is a digital version. Navigating between pages is rather interesting. When users click next, it will flip the page together with a flipping page sound effect. Overall, the brochure is professionally designed with pictures showing off Waseda University's beautiful architecture. It is also important to highlight that the second and third page features a group of students sitting in a U shape are evidently international students. This appropriately showcase and align to Waseda's desire to be an international school. This brochure also contains useful information that prospective exchange students would want to know, such as living expenses, schools available, and even the detailed step-by-step procedures to apply and enter into Waseda. Waseda has selected the main theme for this brochure to be blue, though the main corporate color is red. It could be because blue is usually associated with trustworthiness. They might want to entice the prospective exchange students to choose Waseda through the reliability of their reputation. However, here are a few areas of improvement for the exchange program brochure. The brochure content are based on 2018 data, hence making it lack the recency aspect. Furthermore, these are not actively sent out to reach out to the suitable target audiences. It is a hassle for prospective students to navigate by themselves to look at the online brochure. This might be a deterring factor for users to engage with the content. Next, a brochure is a good idea when one wants to get the key points what this school offers. However, the lack of media variety might be deemed as mundane or boring. Next, laying out a detailed instruction sheet serves as a great guide to students who are already coming to Waseda University. However, showing 20 to 30 steps to prospective students might make the application process seem more complicated and tedious than it actually is, making it less welcoming. Finally, there is the absence of personal underdogs. So now let's take a look at one of Waseda University's partner and see how they have done it differently. The partner university I will be sharing is Singapore Management University. Similar to Waseda University, they pride themselves to be nurturing global-ready and responsible citizens for tomorrow and engaging with the world to make meaningful impact. SMU has a different approach when it comes to reaching out to local and global students. They have a one-stop page for exchange students looking for a Singapore university and another for local students considering a full-time degree with SMU. SMU has a single website containing all the necessary information a prospective exchange students would require. There are a few elements that I would like to highlight about their website. Firstly, since it is a website, SMU could easily update relevant information with the most recent data, making the timely change efficient and effective. Secondly, users could just scroll up and down for the main gist of information on the website. Should they require more information, they could click on the respective buttons that brings the users to the relevant landing pages. Next, SMU not only has still images and text, its website contains promotional video content and some interactive website elements to engage users. Moving on, the steps are broken down into during application, before arrival, and after arrival, each having their own 3 simple steps. In total, users are able to get the overview of the main procedures in these 9 steps. Finally, at the bottom of the web page, past exchange students' testimonials can be found in a carousel format. It is interactive and concisely written. Adding personal anecdotes of the past exchange students would serve as a method to establish credibility and boost SMU reputation. Now let's move on and analyze how Waseda University's website fares locally.
Websites are crucial because it serves as a landing page for potential students or parents of potential students, the first impression of that university. Additionally, websites showcase the highlights of students' life in terms of academics, achievements, events, or after-school activities. Therefore, the website has to be attention-grabbing and appealing to the target audiences aside from being just informative. We'll be comparing Waseda's website to Keio's websites, as they are competitors of each other. Both institutions are very similar to each other, and are top private universities in Japan. Consequently, these 2 universities are constantly benchmarked against each other, and are deemed as rivals of each other. Finally, both Waseda and Keio are known to have many international students and conduct many exchange programs. Thus, they are competing for international students' attention to choose one of them as their host university in an exchange program. Upon landing on Keio's website, a landscape picture depicting Keio University facade greets the user. Their websites have other types of media such as movies appealing to students with the university's architectures, student lives, and academics. The website also includes a recommendation section to help navigate users to popular or common information other users seek from their websites, for instance, exchange and international programs. Another element to highlight is the website's menu bar. As users scroll up and down the website, the menu bar is always accessible at the right side of the web page. This helps to provide users a seamless experience when they want to navigate to other web pages, enhancing the user's experience. Overall, Keio provides recent data with easy-to-search information thanks to their menu bar that follows the users as they scroll. Though their website mostly consists of text and pictures, there are some videos featured. Their content, however, focuses more on their academic achievements or projects than student life. To access information about student life, visitors need to click sometimes and go to another page. They also do not have enough testimonies from students in the top page. This is Waseda University's website. Upon landing the web page, users are greeted with a banner photo showcasing the top view of a garden in Waseda. There's no sign of Waseda's architecture. Consequently, prospective students who might not be familiar with the vicinity of Waseda campus might be unaware of where the location is being featured in the photo. Next, on the English website, visitors are able to view a year review video that shows the student life in 2021 to 2022. Some of the data provided on Waseda's website are dated back in 2018, and Keio has an easier navigational experience for users as compared to Waseda, because Waseda's menu bar disappears as the users scroll, whereas Keio's menu bar stays within the visitor's field of vision throughout their time on their website. Finally, Waseda provided interesting content and videos, but some of the fonts users are not really consistent with Waseda's font.
One of the factors why Waseda University is renowned as a world-class university is diversity. Waseda University has welcomed students from all over the world for many years. The university has the highest number of international students. This chart shows the number of international students enrolled at Waseda University each year. Although the number declined in 2020 and 2021 because of COVID-19, it has been steadily increasing. Next, I'm going to talk about Waseda Vision 150. It is a strategic plan to establish Waseda University as a leading global university. One of its targets is building a foundation for knowledge in a global society of multicultural coexistence and integration. Through Waseda Vision 150, we can see that the university really cares about diversity and regards it as top priority in today's globalized world. Here are some numerical targets. The number of international faculty members, 400. The number of international students, 10,000. The percentage of classes conducted in foreign language, 50%. In order to nurture global-minded leaders, Global Education Center provides students with opportunities for diverse learning, including more than 20 language courses other than English. GEC also offers a wide range of lecture courses on the history and culture of various language zones. Student Diversity Center is a facility which aims to promote diversity. Its slogan is "Respect each other, respect diversity and equality." It was established under the belief that an environment where minority groups feel safe and livable is an environment which the majority would feel the same. It is committed to realizing a steady environment where students of minority groups feel safe about being themselves, and building an inclusive campus by promoting diversity and understanding toward minority groups among faculty members, staff, and students. The center is supported by Gender Sexuality Center, GS Center, Intercultural Communication Center, ICC, and Office for Students with Disabilities, in order to further enhance student diversity on campus. Waseda University also uses universal design to encourage diversity. Almost all buildings have gender-neutral restrooms, and there are prayer rooms, a nursery center for children of students, faculty members, and staff, and nursery rooms. There are slopes, elevators, and escalators installed everywhere around the campus. In conclusion for this part, Waseda University has been positively accepting diversity and also trying to promote diversity furthermore. I think the university has succeeded in external communication but failed in internal communication. By showing target numbers or statistics on international students, Waseda University represents its diversity to the outside world, but however, Waseda students don't really realize how diverse the university is or the effort for diversity the university is making unless they themselves are a minority. For example, how many students actually know the existence of Student Diversity Center and its activities? The university needs to improve internal communication in order to create a truly diverse environment where everyone can be true to themselves.
like to give a conclusion of our project. Starting from a good point, Waseda succeeded in building a positive brand image and value, both within and outside Waseda University. And they tried to maximize their range of communication by using multi-social media tools. And also, they strive to bring they constantly improve the system and campus condition so that they can set more diversified campus experience for the future. And however, there we found that Waseda University can improve their homepage details such as recency of data, and especially as I stated at the beginning part, homepage is where people get the information of the university and build a first impression. So therefore, we conclude that improving this area can help Waseda University to have more efficient communication with people in the future. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.